We're in a world which is a VUCA world, and every moment there are thousands of tweets that go online. There are thousands of data points that we can look at to engage performance. So that's where the opportunity comes in to understand what a data-driven leader is. So what is a data-driven leader? A person who can, an individual who combines the power of data and analytics with their own expertise, thus enabling a more effective use of an organization's most precious resource, people's time and energy. Now, my specialized area is human capital analytics that I studied at Lancaster University, and I help organizations to harness this power and enable companies to improve their performance. How does a data-driven leader do that? The problem at the moment is that people aren't analytics savvy, because what we're currently doing is we're basically using our gut feelings to take decisions, and the reason for doing that, whenever we take a decision, we end up taking the wrong decisions. So this is some of the research that I've shared with big companies across the globe. 71% of companies think data analytics in organizations is important, but more than half of them, 1 out of 10 companies are using data analytics. That's a problem that HBR shares with us, with Deloitte shares with us. HBR says that less than 9% companies are using this data effectively. PwC says again that the corporate culture that we have doesn't allow us to share that data in real practice. These are the problems that we're currently facing. So there was one of the case studies that I did when I went to Pakistan recently, and that's what I wanted to share, how this really goes into the implementation phase. So the initial how you can take this into your organization is you can do an initial survey. You can have internal data and external data that you can check, which we did the initial review with the organization. The second thing we did, we looked at the qualitative data. We did a lot of interviews. We went into organizations and saw whether the problem that they were saying is the right problem, whether the data is matching the qualitative data. So we interviewed the staff. The third thing is we designed a tailor-made session that can help staff to reach the KPIs that were set by the organization. You have to have set key performance indicators where your organization needs to be. Those key performance indicators have to align with the business strategy. And the last but not the least is implement that 2-day workshop, and then kind of follow up on whether the data that was shown previously has increased in performance or not. So leaving you with these two thoughts, usually what happens is we think that vision is everything, but building a visionary company requires 1% vision and 99% alignment. And that comes back to people analytics, which is if your people are not aligned to your business isn't going to go forward. The next is if your culture isn't right set for data, and you want to introduce a data-driven culture, it can't happen both ways, because it's important for culture to be aligned to a data-driven culture. So you have to set the tone of a data-driven culture in order to become a data-driven leader.